Good morning. It's good to see everybody that I can actually see right now. And during the course of the service, I'll be scrolling through just to see all the friends and loved ones and possibly new folks that are here with us at First Congo Worship this morning. I want to let you know, it's so important to us that everyone knows that First Congregational Church is a just peace church. We are open and affirming to the LGBTQ folks, and we are an anti-racist church. We are working very hard to become more and more non-racist in our church, and that's important for you to know. And next, what's important for those of you that are new to know is that we want to know that you're here. And you may be from somewhere else in the country, you may be in the city, you may have just heard something about First Congo that makes you curious. We'd love to know that you're here. And probably the easiest way that you can let us know now is if you go to your chat and just say, I'm Sally and I'm new, and folks will greet you. It makes us feel warm and good to know that there's someone new into our community this morning. If you have questions, that's a nice place to ask those questions. And if you aren't in Memphis, we're just curious about that. In fact, we're always curious about that, even from our folks that are old-time members. If you're with us in worship today, but you're not with us in Memphis, please let us know. It's just kind of fun to know that sort of thing. I'm also going to tell our newcomers that we really want you to know how you can get more information with us, how you can connect with us, get to know us and feel closer to us in relationship. And one of the easiest things you can do is go to the website. You likely already have. It's very simple. It's just firstcongo.com. And you can connect with some of our staff. You can see some of our previous worship services. You can just kind of scroll through and figure out all kinds of things that are going on. There's a calendar on there. And so we invite you to do that. And also we post pretty regularly on our Facebook page, on our Instagram page. And so don't get lost. Please try to help us find you. If you email any one of our staff members, we'll get back to you and make sure that you get to the right places to know what you want to know. We're just glad that this morning is a morning you're with us. Let's see, I want to also let everybody know these services are recorded. And that is we record so that I can put it on YouTube, and then we can post it on our website and on Facebook so that people who are not able to be with us, some people are working, we have nurses and doctors and all kind of people whose schedule won't allow them, and then they can still see it. So if you're not comfortable being recorded, we just ask you to stop your video. It won't disconnect you from us. It just will make it so that your face is not seen. So feel free to do that. We've got an announcement from Keith Norman. I'm going to go highlight you. And
this is your humble roving reporter, Keith, with the latest breaking news about Micah, the Memphis Interfaith Coalition. Micah appears to be enjoying the wind in their sails from the bad taste in everyone's mouth about the current state of justice in our lives. Here's what we know. Everyone is invited to a gathering of over 2,500 people next week on the 25th at 4 o'clock. This will happen on Facebook Live and YouTube. What we will also see is a group of people, over 70 other communities, sharing some of the hard work that we want to celebrate with us. We'll also see ideas and possibilities that hope and fire into your hearts. A timeline has recently been uncovered too, that within 18 months, we will see the formation of the Sonia Loudon Walker Center for Social Justice. It is thought that Micah could be a partnership that would help discover and launch more goals and support these efforts. In wrapping up, we also found the #1 reason that you want to be here at this gathering. We have learned that 20 of these people make up the Young People's Coalition of Micah. It is widely believed that if we do not do everything we can to model change and show how it happens and share it with our youth, the city's youth, and the country's youth, we might as well just hang it up. Join us on the 25th at the public gathering of Micah and find out what these youths are doing for you. See the chat room in the Zoom for connections to the Facebook or the Instagram, and of course our own First Congo website for instructions on how to connect. Go register today. You are also heartily invited to the First Congo Micah Team Zoom meeting right after this service. To find out more, the link is in the chat. Stay tuned for more fast-breaking news about the Micah event. Back to you, Julia.
Thank you, Keith. I'm going to ask we're having a little bit of glitches in our Wi-Fi this morning. I don't know if it's the city or the area, but Lillian made the suggestion that if most of us turn off our screens when we're not on the screen, possibly even mute your sound, that might strengthen our connections. So we would ask you to do that if you know how to do that. And to see if we can get a little bit stronger. Lillian, I'm coming back to you because you've got an announcement.
I feel like the creativity level of announcements this morning is really going up a notch. Guess what is 13 days away from today? It's Halloween. And First Congo, along with 5 other Midtown churches, are putting on a socially distanced drive-through trunk and treat for the kiddos in Memphis, because most folks are saying they are not going to open up porches for kids to come and treat, and we wanted to work with other churches in town to create a safe way for kids to still celebrate. We have the goodie bags, we have the trinkets to go in the goodie bags. We need 2 things right now. We need candy, and I was told this morning that Kroger has a digital coupon that's good until the 20th for half off candy in their store. It has to be nut-free, so all chocolate except I think Hershey's Kisses is off the table, which is good because there won't be a lot of chocolate in my house for me to eat. But nut-free candy, feel free to send me an email. I will come by and grab your porch, but that is something we are definitely in need of to get ready to stuff these goodie bags. 1,500 goodie bags is what we're preparing. The second thing we need, we have 7 folks who have volunteered to show up on the day of and create a little fun atmosphere parade for them to go through where we are dressed. There's music playing, we're clapping. We're hoping to get about 20 folks to come. It will also be outside, socially distanced, and not only will we all be masked, you will get your very own trunk and treat mask with the official logo for the event. So if that's an incentive to come out, I don't know what is. So please send me an email, lillian.lammers@congo.com, if you are interested in either donating candy or and being out just in whatever costume you can throw together from your closet to wave at the kids as they drive through and get their candy. Thank you.
Well, I believe that's the first time I've seen a witch in a clergy collar. So thank you so much, Lillian. I believe that's all the announcements we have this morning, and it's good we're here together.
Dear God, as we start today, help us to recognize you above all else. Enlighten the eyes of our heart that we might see you and notice how you are working through our lives. Give us wisdom to make faithful choices. Fill us with a desire to seek you more than anything else in the world. Let your spirit and power breathe in us, through us again, in new and familiar ways this day.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the sweet the rain. Sunlight from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness
Today's scripture reading is from Acts chapter 2, verses 43 through 47. Awe came upon everyone because many wonders and signs were being done by the apostles. All things. They would sell their possessions and goods and distribute the proceeds to all. Day by day, as they spent much time together in the temple, they broke bread at home and ate their food with glad and generous hearts, praising God and having the goodwill of all. Day by day, the Lord added to their number those who were being saved. The word of God.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad you're here today. Today, the grown-ups, one of the things the grown-ups are talking about is awe. Awe. It's the feeling that we have when we realize that we are in the presence of something wondrous and mysterious, like a wondrous gift from God. It makes us have awe. It's awe. It's a really important feeling, the feeling of awe. It's one of the feelings that makes us spiritually healthy. It's good for us. And it's related to another feeling that we've been talking about a lot in Sunday school lately since the pandemic started, and that's wonder. Wonder and awe are very related to each other. In Sunday school, since the pandemic happened, we've been working on a trick that turns worry into wonder, because worry is not very good for us, and wonder is really good for us. It's really healthy and good for our spiritual well-being. So we've been working on this trick. We call it, here's what we call it, PBNW. PBNW is the trick that we've learned. And okay, so let's say I start worrying. Here's how it works for me. Maybe I go to bed and I start thinking about, then I start worrying that maybe I won't get everything done tomorrow. Maybe I won't have enough time to get everything done tomorrow. And then I start thinking about what'll happen if I don't get all my jobs done tomorrow. And then I think maybe I should get up. Maybe I should get up out of bed and get started on what I need to do tomorrow. And then I start thinking, but then if I don't get enough sleep, and if my immune system gets weak, then I might get the COVID, what will, and then I start worrying about what will happen if I get the COVID. Do you know what has happened to me? I've gotten myself in a worry whirlpool. You want to see what it looks like? That's what a worry whirlpool looks like. It's like I'm going down the drain. That's the worry whirlpool. If I PBNW, practice. The first thing you do is the P, press pause. Press pause on the worry. And the second thing you do is breathe. Just a few breaths, nice and slow. Just breathe. Press pause on the worry, just breathe. And then the next thing you do is notice. Start to notice things around you. Now, for me, the best thing in nature, like if I'm sitting here at my computer, I can turn around and look out the window and I can see the sky and I can see some trees. Trees are great to notice. Like, for instance, I noticed all the different shapes of the, do you know, some of the trees are shaped like this, and some of the trees are shaped like this, and some of the trees have arms going every which way, and some of them have a lot of elbows, and some of them have straight arms. all the different shapes and the trees. I start noticing. And when I notice all those things, I start to wonder why the tree